Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Rocco. Well, it's time for another episode of Recent Additions. I'm going to show you some of the cards that I've picked up since my last Recent Additions video. Nice variety this time around. Okay, start off with some 84 Donruss baseball. First off, love this card. Rickey Henderson. There's the focus. Look how centered and crisp that card is. I am definitely thinking about sending this in. A little closer on the edges there. And I have to say, besides the rookie card, this is my new favorite. This is my second favorite Rickey Henderson besides the rookie card. What a great picture of Rickey Henderson too. And of course, I have to mention this every video I do where I mention Rickey Henderson. I have to at least touch on this. Look at, where's the focus? There we go. Look at the walks and look at the stolen bases total. It's like, I know I harp on this every single time I do a video that has Rickey Henderson in it, but it's staggering. It just blows my mind every time. Okay, also from 84 Donruss, another Hall of Famer, Joe Morgan. Guys, I am of the opinion that, and you guys that have a really good eye, you'll have to tell me, I think this is a 10. Let me get up and close on the edges and corners here for you. I mean, this card is absolutely ridiculous. Also, so good picks on the 84 Donruss this time. All right, now some football. A couple 82 Topps cards here. First off, Hall of Famer, Steve Largent. Very nice card right there. Kind of an unsung receiver in his time, but he was just a great player. Kind of close up on you there. And there is the back. And also, you know, this is just a common, but as always, I have to show you at least one of these cards. It just makes me laugh. This is a Chuck Muncie card, and Chuck, our dude, is rocking some seriously cool shades on the field. That is one cool dude right there. So shout out to Chuck Muncie. Okay. You guys know I love the vintage basketball. This is a team. I've decided to have a new PC in my collection because besides Rangers and Nolan Ryan and King Griffey Jr., I don't really have many PC kind of cards. How about a Spirits of St. Louis PC? This is a 75 Topps Freddie Lewis. Granted, he is just a common player, but I mean, it's the Spirits of St. Louis. I cannot recall a team in any professional sport that had the nickname first and the city name second. And look at that. The Afro and the ABA basketball. Ah, love 70s basketball. How can you not? All right, more basketball. A few 81 Topps cards here. First off, some dust off of that. Kareem. There's Kareem, Hall of Famer, all-time scoring leader, rocking the goggles as always. A little bit of a lean. It's not like, you know, a little angled on the centering there, but still a really nice card. Throw in a binder or a top loader. This card breaks my heart, and you will see why here in a second. Magic Johnson second year card. And once it focuses, you can see why it is a heartbreaking card. As you can see, it is bang on with the centering. However, that smudge, that printing smudge. I mean, look at the centering on this card. It is perfectly crisp. Perfectly centered. Just that smudge right there. Which has got me thinking. You know how PSA has the qualifier grades, like, for example, 9OC. Well, if they do that for the centering, why is this not a 10 PS? A 10 with a printing smudge. Because that's exactly what this is. And by the way, this is a second-year card, and technically, it is a first solo card, or as I call it, an RRC. But this is the one exception where I do not hold to that rule, because that 80 tops with Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Julius Erving, that card is... it's the exception to the rule on the multiplayer cards. But still, I mean... y'all have to tell me in the comments below if you think this is still worth getting graded, how much they would dock this card on the grade for that printing smudge. Because I'm very tempted to send it in anyway, just because of the centering. I think it's an awesome looking card. Great picture of Magic too, driving the lane. Okay, now we have a couple other 81 Topps cards. This is a Dr. J Super Action. Dr. J doing some Dr. J things right there. And there is the back. And another Super Action card. Daryl Dawkins, Chocolate Thunder. Probably my favorite nickname of all time. Chocolate Thunder. And he really could throw them down back in the day. Awesome card. Okay, now some vintage. A 61 Al Kaline. And I really like the way this card looks. Centering is really good for a 61. And not too bad on the chipping and chipping on the edges and the corners either. It's really nice. I definitely think this is worth throwing in a bulk order. That'll look great in a holder. All right. Next up, 67 Topps Hank Aaron. Now, this card is beat up, but I don't have a lot of 67 Topps. And I like 67 Topps. Some people don't like the design, think it's bland. I like it. The thin borders with a big picture. It's very, the picture is very big and bold and colorful. I like the way that looks a lot. And the nameplate, it's not like a block nameplate. It's kind of floating in the photo. I think it just adds to the scope of the card. I think it looks really nice. This is not in the best condition. It's not gradable. I'm not going to get it graded, but I will definitely throw it in a vintage binder or a top loader. And it's Hank Aaron, dude. Come on. And very, very happy to have acquired this card. And this is my first 1930s card. It is a 1933 Gaudi Valentine Val Picnic. That's what I like his name. Val Picnic. A picnic basket. If you're old like me, you understand that reference I just made. There's old Val of the Brooklyn Dodgers. Big League Chewing Gum. My first 30s card. Love it, man. Okay, now getting into some graded. First off is a kind of like a, I guess not necessarily an oddball card, but like a promo card. A 1954 Red Heart Dog Food Bob Lemon. Awesome. This is a really colorful card too. This is like almost like Technicolor bright on the coloring. It is a SGC 50. It's backwards in my finder. Let me double check. Yeah, it is a 50. Very nice. Of course, a little OC, but that's a. He is a Hall of Famer. I just love how this is a dog food baseball card. That's funny to me. I don't know why. One of my card goals is to have a Wilson Franks card. I don't think the Ted Williams is attainable for me because that card is a little pricey, let's just say. But really, really neat card. Okay, here is a 59 Topps Willie Mays, and it is a 3. And you can see why it's a 3. I mean, it's just, a Willie Mays. It's a Willie Mays card. Come on. And I used to not like the design on 59 Topps, but it's grown on me. It's grown on me. I mean, like, some card set designs just evoke a time, and that just looks like a card from the late 50s right there. Awesome. Okay. And I couldn't remember if I already showed you this card, but I will anyway. Just because I love it. It's one from one of my favorite sets of all time, 53 Bowman Color. Warren Spahn. Let me get it out of the lights there. And it is an SGC 45. Because of the centering, and there's the corner that's really soft. But, I mean, I will not sneeze at any 53 Bowman Color cards. It's, in my opinion, one of the most gorgeous sets that's ever been released in all of cards, any sport. I think 54 Topps Hockey is the best looking set of all time. It's the coolest design of any set I've ever seen. And I want a card, even if it's a common from that. And I don't really know anything about hockey, but that's a beautiful set. But this is in the top 5. Look at, it's just, there were a lot of color photographs back in the day, but I don't think Bowman ever used lighting as well as they did. Look at the lighting. It's just it's so artistic. Absolutely love this. Warren Spahn, Hall of Fame pitcher and war hero, fought in the Battle of the Bulge. Okay, now we're getting into the straight up filth of what I've acquired lately. Sideways. Yaz, Carl Yastrzemski rookie card, and it is a 5. Dude, gotta love it. I mean, dude, I was very fortunate to pick this one up. OC, granted, but I'm starting to. Centering is my most important thing to look for when I'm going for a card, but I try not to be as picky. Sometimes I just want the card. I still enjoy looking at that card. Also from the same set, Willie McCovey. Oh yeah. Willie McCovey rookie card. Forgot the grade. This is also a 5. Man. I mean, you already crossed 2 Hall of Fame rookie cards off of my want list. Awesome. Oh wait, but I'm not done. I'm not done. I don't know what to say. I mean, yes, it is off center, top to bottom. I don't care. Look at how bright and vibrant the coloring is on the surface. What a great looking card. I love. Oh yeah, by the way, it is a 4.5, and I'm quite happy with that. I just think it's a great looking card. A card I've wanted my entire life. Ever since I saw a Sports Century documentary on Sandy Koufax when I was, like early 90s. You know, he's always been one of my favorites. And I've always wanted this card. I was fascinated with his career. My favorite pitching delivery of all time. It was just so elegant and craftsman-like on the mound. You know, like tipped his cap after every pitch. Or like how moved his cap after every pitch. Man, finally. Man, I love this card. Okay. Well, those are the cards I have to show you. But I just want to mention one more thing. You guys at the National may have heard around the grapevine, like around the convention center, like the buzz that went around yesterday. Guys from the Vintage Breaks were breaking open a 1955 Bowman cello pack. And they pulled the Mickey Mantle card. I was in that break. I had a spot in that break. Now, spoiler alert, I was not the one to get that Mickey Mantle card. But man, am I glad I got into that break, because that was just the most fun, exhilarating experience collecting, well, at least one of them that I've ever had in my entire life. I was watching it live, and Rico Petrocelli was sitting there on the table. Opened up the pack, and all of a sudden my card came up. I got a common. It happens. Every single card, or pretty much every single card in that pack was, the centering was excellent. Everyone's going to grade at least a 7. It has to. Most of them are going to get 8s or better. And by the way, that Mickey Mantle, PSA just graded it, like as of this recording, they just graded it like 3 hours ago, and it came back as a 9. Pop now is 3 on a PSA 9 1955 Bowman Mickey Mantle. Pop report on PSA 10s, Bupkis, 0. So the guy that got that card, I want to congratulate. I forget his last name. His first name is Chris. Man, that is, if somehow he ever watches this video, man, congratulations. And, oh, by the way, there was also an Ernie Banks in that pack, too. So, I mean, unfortunately, the list randomizer the luck did not smile upon me. But it could have just as easily, and it was just such a great experience to be in that pack break. And, man. Oh, by the way, I'll link the video to the break down below. It's like half an hour long. And I highly recommend watching the whole thing unfold. it's a lot of fun. Like Rico Petrocelli was sitting there kind of like looking at Mike break break the pack and pull out the cards and like commenting on the players. He played with a lot of those guys and like commenting on the player and everything. It was really cool. And I should warn you, when you get to the mantle, I'm not going to tell you where it is in the pack because you'll know when it's about to come. But I recommend once the reaction comes that the eyes get all big and he sees what card it is, you turn down the volume a little bit on your speakers. It gets a little loud, understandably. But I'll link that down below. Nanolive, what a card. What an experience that. So I had a national experience without being at the national. So I think that's pretty cool. I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you check out that video, it's just like just pulling just straight up filth like that. It's such a beautiful card. 55 Bowman's the TV set with the wood borders, looks like a TV. It's just a beautiful card. Highly recommend checking that out. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the cards I showed you, and you guys at the National. It's coming to a close. Hope you've had a great time. I'm looking forward to seeing more of your videos of all the cards you've bought. And since the National is about to end, travel home safely. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, guys. Bye.